We'll just give it a couple more minutes to see if anyone else signs in. And Ellie, just checking if this is the first time you're doing the baby and mom's class. Cool, welcome along. And how far along in your postpartum journey are you? Okay, my technology is not on my side today, so I won't be teaching with the AirPods. If at any point you can't hear me, just kind of wave out and then I can know to speak up a little bit more. Ellie, just checking that you can hear me okay because I can't see you. And also if you have any issues that I need to be aware of, like if you have had a C-section, if you've had abdominal separation or diastasis recti, just let me know so that I can give you the appropriate modifications if we need to. And also, Ellie, let me know if you are practicing with your baby so that I can also show the options for you.
Cheryl, yeah, I think I have I had a C-section and I have some pelvic prolapse issues. So yeah,
okay.
So I'll just modify if depending on the movements.
Yeah. The only thing for today would be the Warrior 2, but just like before, not going so wide.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Okay. And in today's class, we'll also be making use of a yoga strap. So we'll have our mats. We'll have a couple of blocks, which are always handy during a yoga practice. And we'll be using a strap today. So if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a towel or a belt or a sash. Yep, towel's perfect. Just something that's long enough to hold the arms out. And then for the babies, we'll place them on a blanket or a boxy cushion. And then maybe have a little burp cloth close by in case they're spit up, or any little toys that in case they fuss, they're always useful to have just to give them something to distract them. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and Anjana, just carry on. And also, Ellie, during the class, if you have your baby with you at any point, if you need to feed or whatever, this is a totally safe space for all of that. We're all moms. We know the deal. Okay, so I've got my yoga strap. I've got a couple of blocks, and for demonstrating any of the movements with the baby, I'll be using this little bunny over here. We're going to start today's practice in a seated position. So this will be really nice as well. Anjana, you can do this while you're still feeding. Oh, we've lost Ellie. So we're going to come into a seated position. Just making sure you can feel your sitting bones rooting into the mat, and the shoulders just rolling up and down your spine a couple of times, sitting nice and tall. Now, in today's practice, we'll begin with a breath exercise called Nadi Shodhana. So this is alternate nostril breathing. We're inhaling from the left nostril and exhaling from the right. Then we're going to inhale from the right side and exhale from the left. So this is one complete cycle. In to the left side, out to the right, in from the right, out to the left. Now, to block the nostrils for this alternate breath, we're going to use our hand. So the thumb is going to come up to the right nostril. And in your case, you're on the other side, right? Just use whichever hand is comfortable for you. Basically, we're using the thumb and the ring finger to block the alternate nostrils. Now, the other two fingers in between, you can either fold them down or you can place them just above the eyebrows where the third eye is. So it's entirely up to you what you prefer. Okay, so let's take a couple of deep breaths just to begin, inhaling from both nostrils and exhaling from both sides, flushing out the lungs. One more time, inhale deeply and exhaling fully. Now let's take our hands up to the nose. We're going to inhale from the left side. And as you're ready, exhale on the right. Inhale on the right side. Exhale on the left. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Inhale, left side. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. Just 3 more full cycles on your own, working with your breath at your own pace. Breathing in and out as deeply as you can. As we channel our breath through alternate sides, we're balancing up our yin and our yang, our moon and our sun side, or our masculine and our feminine. And by balancing out both our energy channels, we're bringing a little bit of calm and clarity to our nervous system. Once you've finished your 3 rounds, you can rest your hand on your lap, just returning to normal breath. Just noticing now how the breath feels going in and out both sides. With the eyes still closed, either place both palms together or just one hand on your heart. Just allowing yourself to ground down here. Drawing that breath into your heart. Drawing your breath and your energy to your baby. And just taking some time to set yourself an intention for your practice today. Letting this intention guide you as you move on the mat, as you interact with your little one. Holding that intention close to your heart, let's bow the head forward. And when you're ready, slowly blinking the eyes open. Namaste. Welcome to your practice today. All right, I'm not sure what happened to our other mom, which seems to have disappeared, but hopefully she'll come back in a bit. So we're going to stay seated, and we're going to use our straps now. So you can place your baby, if he's comfortable sitting, you can have him sitting sort of in front of you, still with his head leaning up against, or you can lie him down, whatever feels comfortable, but we'll be using both arms. So just make sure he's kind of propped up somewhere. That's it. So as you're getting yourself set up, I'll show you what we're going to do. A little closer. We're holding the straps in front of us here. Now, if the shoulders are tight, the arms are going to go a little bit wider. The key here is to keep both arms extended. And we're going to take the arms up and over the head all the way to the back. Yeah, that's it. And what we're trying to do here is to keep both arms extended and both arms moving forward and back evenly. So sometimes we have one side that's a little bit tighter and there's that tendency to want to, you know, kink the elbow or the shoulder just to get it over. So if that's the case, just have your hands a little wider. Or if it feels like you are moving really easily, then you can always take the hands a little bit closer together. But we'll go nice and slow, really feeling that whole rotation of the ball and socket joint of the arms. So my baby just turned 1 this week. I just can't even believe it. It's happened so quickly. In just the blink of an eye. And the problem is, if you want to, you know, have those precious newborn moments again, you've got to have another baby. Good. Let's go for another 3 more, moving all the way back. It should feel really, really good. Yeah, stretching out the front of the chest and the shoulders. And especially in the earlier months when our babies still rely on us so much to support their entire body weight, we can tend to really carry all of that in the shoulders. So we'll be focusing on opening up through the chest today and loosening up through the shoulders. Good. Last time, all the way back. And then as we come forward, we're just going to hold it up at the top here. We're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling, bringing the shoulders up towards the ears. Reach the shoulders up nice and high, like you're shrugging your shoulders, and then deep press the shoulders down. Good. 2 more big shrugs. And then feeling the muscles under your shoulder blades, under your scapula, pulling down. Yes, that's it. 1 more time, lifting up and holding the shoulders down. So this is the sort of the ideal position we want, where the muscles under the shoulder blades are active to keep our shoulders away from the ears. Now we're going to take a little lean over to the side, keeping both arms still extended and really opening up through the side body. Then inhale, coming up to center. And as you exhale, going for that lateral flexion on the other side. Inhale, coming up to center, bringing your arms in front of your chest. Good. Now we're going to extend the arms all the way so that the arms are open up like a T, sitting nice and tall, still keeping the shoulder blades down. We're going to take a twist over to the right. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, twist over to the left. 1 more time each way. Inhale to center. Exhale. Inhale to center. And exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale, coming back to center. Letting the arms rest down. Good. Shake the arms out. Very nice. Take your time. We're going to come onto all fours. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Perfect. Good. So we've got our babies in between our hands. Now just watch for a second. I'm going to push my hips back, sort of like a child's pose, but not really. And then I'm going to come forward and just dip the nose to the baby. Okay? So we're going to take a little crouch back, stretching the hips back, stretching the arms forward. And then as you come forward, going for a little bop, nose to nose. Like a sneaky little press up. And let's go back again. And we're coming forward for a little bop. Nice. Let's go for 2 more. Scooting your hips back, stretching out the arms, the spine, and then coming forward. Nice little bop for a kiss. Good. One last time. Pushing the hips back, stretching your fingers forward. Yes, that's it. Good. And then coming forward. Last one. Little bop. Good. Well done. Let's find neutral position again. And this time, just watching first, we're going to extend the right leg back and pivot the left foot out so that I can open my body out to the side. And you can start on whichever side you prefer. Yeah, so we're lifting up here. Now we're going to reach our arms all the way back. And I'm going to brush the baby as I circle the arm forward and around. That's it, good. And as you extend that arm around, really feeling the side body opening up, lifting the hip. That's it, little tickle, little brush. And let's change directions, going the other way. So coming across the other way, this time sweeping down the baby, and then moving back around. A little brush. Coming back one last time. Little brush. Good. We're going to hold strong here. Now think about drawing your abdominals in and think about engaging through your pelvic floor. We're going to float the leg up and then float it down. Good. Again, feel the engagement before you lift the leg and then slowly lower down. Last time, we're going to lift it up. Beautiful. Now, we're going to keep the leg in the air. Take the hand down, turn towards your baby, and keep that leg floating up. Very nice. Now, the opposite arm is going to stretch forward. And if you feel comfortable, or when you feel comfortable, we're going to lift the opposite arm off the ground. Good. Let's tap down fingers and toes. Touch the floor. Good. And again, we're going to lift up. Very nice. Little tap down. Good. You're going for 3 more. Think about drawing your abdomen in towards the spine. Little tap down. Good. 2 more. Oh, baby likes this one. Last one. And slowly release. Both hands and knees down on the floor. Shake it out, whatever you need to reset. Good stuff. Well, he's happy today. Well, he's just had his milk. No wonder. So we're going to do that same little sequence on the other side. So you're going to pivot to the other side this time, extending out your other leg. Good. Inhale to lift the arm up. Now the leg that's extended, can you stretch it out a little bit more for me? Yes, that's it. And feel that hip pulling back. Very nice. Now we're going to circle the arm all the way back. And then giving your baby a little brush as you come forward. Beautiful. Big, big circles. Oh, so precious. A little brush, reaching the arm up. One more time. It's coming, it's coming. Good. Now we're going to change directions. So you're going to take the hand down the body, and around the other way. Good. Let's go for 3 more big sweeps. And really imagining you are drawing this circle and you're trying to go bigger and bigger each time. And notice how that feels in the body. Good stuff. The last one, we're going to keep our arm reaching up towards the ceiling. Feel your abdominal muscles pulling in, feel the pelvic floor drawing inwards, and then floating the leg up and little tap down. Floating the leg up, little tap down. Good. Let's go for one more. We're going to lift there, holding the leg up nice and strong, reaching out through the heel, taking that top hand down to the floor and turning your hips, pivoting back to face the baby. Yes, good. Now the opposite arm when you're ready, floating it off the ground, extending, reaching long. Good. And little tap down. Good. Feel that belly drawing in, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. That's it. Good. Two more little lifts, little tap. Last one. Lift, hold steady. Beautiful. And release. Rest the knee down when you're ready. Take a child's pose, whatever you need. Catch your breath. Now, when you're ready, we're going to meet in a downward facing dog. And the sash that we were using earlier, just have it close to the front of your mat. So in the downward facing dog, just walking out the feet, finding stillness when you're ready, pressing the floor away, feeling the hips and the tailbone scooting up towards the ceiling. We're going to bend both knees and take a big step of that right foot to the outside of the right hand. And we're going to rest the back knee down. Good. Just holding it here, letting the hips kind of work their way towards the mat. If it feels good, you can take that left knee a little further back. And then here, you're looking at your baby, talking to the baby, lots of eye contact here. When you feel ready, you're going to lift the torso up. And just grabbing that sash with you. Good. So I'm going to hold the sash with my right arm, and I'm going to lift my arm up over the head and then bend the right elbow. Now the left arm is going to reach around the back and connect. As it feels good, you can walk your hands towards each other, maybe connecting the fingers, otherwise just holding on to the strap or the sash. And we're going to hold this position, feeling your hips sinking towards the mat, feeling the chest lift, and that right elbow pointing up towards the ceiling. Now, slow, deep breaths here as the body is opening up. You want to breathe deeply into the pose, feeling the hips slowly opening, feeling the chest and the shoulders slowly, slowly loosening up. Taking 3 deep breaths. Once you've finished your 3 breaths, releasing the arms, placing the sash back on the floor. Good. Now both fingertips on the floor. We're gonna lift the back knee up and plant the whole foot on the floor. So we're lifting the knee up and then placing the foot flat on the floor. That's it, good. Feel that left hip turning down. So resisting the urge for that left hip to rotate open. We're gonna come up and find a warrior one position. That's it. And if you need to shorten your stance, perfect, you've done it. Good. Now we're going to interlace the fingers here above the head and place the fingers behind the head. I'll come up close so you can see. So the fingers are interlaced, we're holding onto the head, and we're going to open the elbows up to open the chest. We're going to stay here and breathe for 3, for 2, 1 more breath. Inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, you're gonna open into a warrior 2. So this time, allowing that left hip to open up. That's it, good. Adjusting the stance of your legs as you need to. Don't have to go too deep in the warrior 2, but really feeling all 10 toes rooting into the mat. So spreading out the toes, feeling your thigh muscles pulling up, really drawing up strongly. Chest is lifted, shoulders are working their way down towards your hips, and the arms are radiating out from the middle of your chest. 2 more deep breaths. Good. On your next inhalation, we're going to stretch the front leg, straightening the front leg, coming into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So bringing that right hand towards the leg, maybe the baby can hold on to his hand if you can reach. And then the top arm is lifting and opening up. And really feeling that shoulder drawing back. 3 more deep breaths here. Good. On your last exhalation, we're going to turn our chest towards the floor, bending the front knee, taking both hands down, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Good stuff. Take your time to settle into the downward dog, moving the hips and the shoulders, whichever way you need. Very nice. Once you're ready, we're finding stillness in the downward dog. As you inhale, bend both knees, and we're going to step the left foot forward to the side of the baby. That's it. Resting the back knee down, just settling into your low lunge, letting the hips start to open, and the front of that right thigh is lengthening to the back of your mat. Good. So the front of the right thigh is lengthening back, and the left thigh is lengthening forwards. Very nice. When you're ready, we're going to grab our belts or our sash or our strap, and we're going to slowly lift the torso up. This time, left hand is holding onto the strap, lifting up over the head. And when you're ready, bending the elbow, and the right arm comes behind you to connect. You can slowly walk the fingers in towards each other. In this position, just checking the alignment of the hips, keeping them as square as you can, feeling the hips melting towards the mat. And just easing into the stretch as it feels comfortable in the lower abdomen. And each time you inhale, feel that left elbow lifting up, and feel that right hand creeping up towards the left hand. Let's hold here and breathe for 3. 2 more deep breaths. One last breath. Good. Slowly releasing the hands, taking the hands down to the floor, lifting up the back knee and placing the foot flat on the ground. And as you feel ready, coming up for warrior one. Good. Squaring the hips off, drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale to lift the arms and interlace the fingers, supporting the back of the head, lifting the chin and the chest, and feeling the elbows really spreading out and open. Breathe deeply here for 3, 4, 2. Last breath. As you inhale, lifting the arms up, and as you exhale, opening out to a warrior two. Adjusting the feet as you need. Very nice. Really spreading out the toes, rooting into the heels of both feet. And then starting to open up that right hip back. Feeling the belly button pulling inwards and up to give you a strong lift through the torso. Then really reaching out through both arms. One more deep breath here. We're doing so well. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten out the front leg, lengthen, and tip the body coming into your triangle pose. And again, if you can, reaching down for your baby. Really keeping the chest open, the arms reaching away from each other. Last breath. Slowly making your way back into a downward facing dog. Good. From the downward dog, we're going back into that little sneaky press up. So we're going to come forward, rest the knees onto the ground. Then we're going to, again, dip the chest forward, going for a little kiss, and then coming back up. Good. We're going to do a few more of these, but as you go for that sneaky press up, I want you to think about the shoulders pulling back and the elbows squeezing in. So we're kind of working our way towards a chaturanga. That's it. Good. So lifting the knees, press back into downward dog. And then inhale, coming forward. Knees onto the ground and a chaturanga kiss. Very nice. Let's go for 3 more. Back into downward facing dog. Yeah, I think I might call this move the chaturanga kiss. Coming forward, knees onto the ground, elbows squeezing in towards your ribs. Yes, good stuff. And we have 2 more to go. Good stuff. Last one. Beautiful. And from here, you can just release. You can shake out the arms as you need to. That was really good. Now, when you practice, if you are practicing this on your own, what you can then work towards is to bring your hands a little further back so that as you come down, so right now your hands are kind of here, yeah, when you go down. So you want to work towards having the hands here so that the elbow is directly over the wrist. Yeah, and that will come with time. So that's something you can, if you're practicing on your own, it's something you can kind of work towards. Yeah, really good. Okay. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to take a seat and we're going to, I'll come closer so you can see. And we're going to hold our babies into our chest. So the feet are in front of you. And you can either have the feet and the knees together or slightly apart, whichever feels more comfortable for you. You can sit your baby on your thighs, you can have them resting onto the legs and just supporting. He looks like he's got really good neck control. So yeah, he's good there. Otherwise, you can always also just cradle his head and neck. Yeah. Now from here, we want to inhale to lift the sternum and lengthen out our spines. As we exhale, feel your lower abdominals or where the incision is, feel it pulling inwards. We're just going to work on this breath and this abdominal engagement. Inhale to lengthen the chest and the spine. Exhale, feel your lower abdominals pulling in. So there'll be a slight tilt of the pelvis and a slight curve of the spine. Let's go at your own pace, breathing in to lengthen, breathing out to draw in. Good, 2 more times. Deep and strong exhalation, really focusing on that exhalation. Imagine you're trying to really squeeze all the air out from your tummy. Good. Now, does baby feel secure where you are? Okay, so, okay. Now, I will show you what we're gonna do next. So we're staying seated here. One hand is still holding on to him, or you can also hold him up to your chest if that feels okay. He's on the move. And I sometimes find it quite good to just, straddle his legs over your thighs. Yeah, then he's sort of a little bit more stable there. So we're gonna sit up tall and reach one arm out. Now, as you exhale, you're going to draw in from the lower abdomen and take a little twist and pull that elbow back. You're drawing the elbow back, yes. Inhale to straighten back to center, lengthen up, and then exhale, slight lean and a pull. Good. Let's go for 3 more. Very nice. Last 2, strong exhalation, pulling that shoulder back. Yes. And last 1. Good. Inhale to reach, exhale to release. Good. Same thing on the other side. Very nice. Inhale, lengthening, straightening. Exhale, leaning back, slightly drawing in from the abdomen, little twist. Good. We have 3 to go. Two more. Last one, and center yourself and release. Good stuff. From here, you can take your legs into a more comfortable position, opening or crossing the legs, and just having the baby on your lap. Good. Does he seem to want to stay upright? Oh, he's okay there? Okay, good. From that position, from where you are, we're gonna do exactly what we did at the start. So we're gonna open up baby's arms into a T. And then from here, we're gonna go for a little side stretch. And then coming back to center, doing a side stretch the other way. Good, and coming back to center, we're going to close the arms in front of us and then opening out to a T. And here you can also, tell them close and open and close and open. Now we're going to keep the arms open. This time we're going up and down, and up and down. Good. And if you want to, you can also draw big circles with their arms. And maybe change directions. Good. And from here, from where you are, so your baby's still seated in front of you, you can stretch your legs forward. And we're going to take a seated forward fold. So you're going to support the baby. You can also encourage his legs to be in that same position, outstretched in front of you. And then take a slight forward fold. And you can support the baby just maybe on the tummy or under the chin. If it's available to you, you can also place their palms onto the floor. Just holding here for another 3 deep breaths. When you're ready, slowly lifting up. Good. Now you can stay where you are. I'm going to show you what we're doing next. So the next one is a stretch for you. So first we're going into a pigeon. So taking the leg forward, coming into the pigeon stretch, we're going to hold. Now after the pigeon, we're just going to sit our hips down and open up into this one-legged wide leg forward fold, this open Janu Shirshasana. Does that make sense? So from the pigeon here, then the hip just comes down and you just rotate the leg open and come into this pose, okay? So set yourself up on your mat. And for the pigeon, if you need extra cushions or blocks, you can go ahead and grab them. So that is that your left leg? Yeah, okay. So the left leg is forward, yep. Supporting the pelvis. Good, keep the arms extended. Bring your hands closer into you first. Lengthen the chest a little bit more. There you go, good. And the hip alignment looks really, really good. And from here, you can come down to the elbows. See if you can extend that right leg a little bit more. There we go, yes, nice. And in this position, you can give your baby little hand massage or little feet massage, or you can just chill there. It looks pretty happy. as you stay in the stretch and as you breathe, consciously relax through the hips. So feel the hips releasing into that cushion. Feel the belly releasing towards the mat. And even though the elbows are propping you up, relaxing the shoulders as much as you can. Just feel them sliding away from the ears. Taking one more breath. I'm going to slowly lift the chest. Walk the hands in towards you. Now allow that your body to lean towards your left hip. And then we're going to externally rotate the right leg open. Yes, that's it. You can stay seated on the cushion if this is good. Yeah, that's it. So really opening up through that right hip. Yeah. Good. Now we're going to slide our right arm along the inside of the leg. You can rest the elbow on the thigh, and the left arm comes up and over. And in this position, you can explore how it feels to maybe turn the head down or to lift and look up at the ceiling. And also notice any subtle movements that you make with the hip. So as you hold this, you can, tilt the hip a little forward, a little back, just exploring how the stretch changes in your body. And you'll notice what feels tight and what feels good. He wants to stretch too. Good. Now sitting nice and tall, we're going to stay in this position with the legs, but we're coming into a twist. So you can hold on to him with your right hand and the left arm comes back. Yep. Good. Inhale to slowly release, coming back to center. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side. So maybe this time you could try having him on his tummy so that when you're in the pigeon, he's in front of you looking at you. We could try that. Oh my God, he's so cute. Hi. Oh, he's so good with tummy time. Good. Now let's see if you can bring that right heel a little closer towards the top of the mat. Yes, that's it. Good. Well done. So stay lifted and then slowly work the hips down towards the cushion. Breathe into that stretch, and as you're ready, down onto the elbows. Good stuff. as you're holding this position, I want you just to visualize the curve of your spine. So imagining the shape of your spine like a tortoise shell. And then as you breathe, I want you to feel that tortoise shell shape lengthening out. Yes, that's it. Do you feel it? Really good. So each time you exhale, feeling the belly button relax towards the floor. Feel that tailbone lengthening back and the neck lengthening forward to open up the length of the spine. Oh, he is so happy today. Such a good little yogi baby. Holding it there for another 3 deep breaths. Yep, coming up when you're ready. And then slowly shifting into the open stretch. So feeling now that left hip externally rotating out. Lengthening the arm, reaching the other arm over. Good stuff. And again, exploring this pose on this side, how the sensations or the stretch feels in your body as you move the neck, the head, as you subtly pull that top shoulder back. And then noticing how you can bring the stretch into each individual rib. So maybe it feels good to open up through the side ribs and the armpit a little more, or maybe it feels good to try and work into this side hip a little more. You are very strong, Mister. You're almost doing a push-up. Looks like he's gonna roll very soon. Good, one more breath. And then slowly coming back up. Well done. Shake your legs out. Now, our last pose, which will go straight into Shavasana. I'll show you first. We're going to do a Supta Baddha Konasana. So I quite like to have a cushion or a pillow under the head and a couple of blocks to go under the knees. I'm going to lie back and the soles of the feet are touching and the blocks are going just beside under the thighs or under the knees, so that the stretch here is not so intense, especially after the C-section. You know, everything's sort of slowly tightening up in response to the the surgery. So it can feel a little bit too much just to let the legs fall on the ground. So have cushions or blocks, whatever you can to prop under your outer thighs. And your baby can be on your chest or by your side, whatever feels good. And then from there, when we go into Shavasana, we're just going to extend the legs out, or you can place the feet on the floor and have the knees bent like that. Okay.
We may be coming up on his next nap time, but he's so far so good. So we'll see, but I might have to stop early, but we'll see.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He seems to like shaking this rattle, so we'll see how he does.
That's it. So making sure that you're comfortable through the hips. There is a slight stretch, but it's not intense and uncomfortable. Keeping the head and the neck relaxed. And then allowing the collarbones to lengthen apart and letting the shoulders really melt into the floor. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, release from the mouth. Let your breath just sigh out. Letting your body fully connect with the ground beneath you. And start to breathe into the belly. These deep belly breaths are so restorative and so calming. So breathe into where your hand is. And as you breathe, bringing love to yourself, to your tummy. Bringing this healing breath to the tummy. As you breathe, you can choose to stay as you are, or if it feels good, you can extend the legs out. Just letting the body find complete stillness, complete rest in your final Shavasana. Deepening the breath, really allowing the breath to travel all the way down to your toes, your ankles. Just feeling the body slowly awaken, maybe stretching out if you need. Holding baby close to your chest. Let's finish with 3 deep breaths together. Breathing deeply in, slowly out. 2 more deep breaths, inhaling love and exhaling that love into the space you've created around you. One last time, breathing in with gratitude. And as you breathe out, sharing that gratitude within your home space. Well done. How are you guys feeling?
Great. Yeah, thank you so much. He loves your class. He's
Oh,
like,
so
he's
good.
like